Hi, in this video we're going to use Visual Studio Agent Mode and the new Visual Studio .NET Upgrade Assistant extension for GitHub Copilot and Visual Studio to update quite an old UWP Windows 10 application from 10 years ago that I kind of created as a test. Just a simple application really, comparison to one of my other videos, but we use this agent mode and upgrade assistant to kind of upgrade that to .NET 10. We'll do some fixes on the application, some post-upgrade fixes, then we'll run the application just to make sure that it kind of smoke tests okay and fix any the kind of runtime issues that we come up against. So yeah, over to the demo. So we'll start by opening up the solution that we want to do the upgrade on. So I've already got the upgrade assistant extension installed, so I'll just switch over to the Copilot window. We'll just enable those tools. So as you can see here, it's primarily for doing kind of .NET upgrades. So we'll just go into the solution and we'll do upgrade with Copilot. So I've already got .NET 10 Preview 4 installed on here, so we'll just choose that from the options. It's quite a nice that little prompt option that's come in on this one of these updates. So we'll just say use current branch. And yes, we can use that target name to move it to a different branch. So it's just checked it out behind the scenes, switched to the projects, and now it's analysing all the projects. So what's we saying? Oh yes, so it's going to convert it to the SDK format for the projects, and then it's going to do the upgrade. So yeah, generate the upgrade report. I've noticed a few differences between doing the upgrade. Some things seem to appear and sometimes they don't, which is a bit weird. In a previous video it launched straight into the upgrade process, so and generated the report straight away and popped up. And so as I said in a previous video, it's got the extension's only been out a few days, so it looks like they published it on the 13th of May, it's the 22nd, so there might still be some bugs, but as you can see it's determined that it's going to update to SDK format like I said, and then update it to .NET 10, and there's only one project here, so pretty basic really, and the upgrade plan's fairly simple, so we'll let it kind of continue. So straight away we're into the kind of upgrade process, and with this being a smaller project to one of the projects that I first tried in the previous video, it's going to be quite quick. So I did have to, when I ran this earlier, I did have to install the .NET SDK for .NET 10, so it's validated that okay. Surprisingly, the preview version of Visual Studio doesn't come with that installed, which is a bit strange, but there we go. And it's ensuring that it's compatible. And now it's going to start to upgrade the project. So with this being a UWP for Windows 10, it should be fairly straightforward to upgrade this particular application. There will be some things that we need to fix, I'd imagine. You know, like all these things, it's not going to be straightforward like some of the other kind of videos that you see on YouTube, but you know, it's a kind of real world example, taking something from UWP to .NET 10. So we can see we've got a bit of a problem there, maybe because the project was different format. So I've seen this error before, work count below 0. I think that's a GitHub issue, or maybe it's just a bug in the extension, I'm not sure. But hopefully this should carry on this time. There's no issues with rate limits on the Copilot side of things, so it's validated it okay. And starting the upgrade again. Don't know why I just jumped to that solution window, but there we go. It's again another bit of an anomaly. Nothing's really changed since I last used this process. Certainly no update to the extension, there's no update to Visual Studio, so we encountered some errors that will require some manual intervention. So I'm not quite sure why we're not seeing that in the upgrade window anymore. We'll see if it will kick back into life. I mean, it might just be that it's a problem with the project file. You know, we did see that there was a byte order mark, so maybe something in how I've kind of originally checked this in as but you can see we're restoring the NuGet packages now, and now it's actually doing the build. So okay, it's failed, but hopefully Copilot should kind of pick that up from the output. And if we have a look at the error list, yeah, we can see there's 49 errors there. So again, hopefully Copilot should be able to pick up those errors, and we'll know what to do. Taking a little bit of time this time. But yeah, we've got some changes there. Let's have a look at the Copilot window. Nothing of interest going on there. You can see that it's done some commits, and it's already made a code change through agent mode. So what's it saying now? Let's try shutting that down. Would you like to? Yes, I think so. Let's just get that. It's annoying that it kind of auto completes gone away. Okay, so it knows that we've got some NuGet references missing. So it needs to add them to make it fully WinUI compatible. So So I'll just say yes. Please fix the upgrade errors before continuing. Yep, so we know it's an incompatibility issue. So we'll just say yes to that. Again, a little bit of hand holding again. Maybe it just having a bad day. But we can see the commits that it's made. So again, we didn't ask it to do any of this, and it's just kind of cracked on. And so, gonna fix up some issues with the actual platform and update the package references. Okay, so this is saying please ensure that we've got .NET 10 installed, which we kind of have. So I stopped the video while I investigated the error, and then I found this, which kind of tells us what the problem is. It's environmental, so it's a problem with the preview versions of the SDK, so just need to force it back a version. So do that through the global.json file, and hopefully that should fix the problem. So if we build it now, yeah, you can see that we're now getting compile errors rather than a environment error. So we'll just get it to continue with the upgrade. So now it knows it won't build. So yes, please fix the errors. So it looks like we've fixed the file. Further steps. Yeah, continue with the upgrade. I don't know why it's not popped up with the upgrade process. It says it's complete. Let's see whether we can trigger it again with so we can continue. That's a bit odd. It must be a bug in got committed changes, so yeah, commit pending changes. And now it's resumed it and opened the window again now. So yeah, bit odd that. So hopefully it won't take too long to kick back around and tell us it's done. And yeah, upgrade completed. 100%, all good. And no changes in there, but then it did bomb out, so maybe it's only reporting the changes that it's done in this session. So, but yeah, we can see what we've got changes here. It's made all the commits we expected it to kind of do. We can have a quick look at the commit details in there. So there's the global.json file that I had to change to force the version. Nothing really in that file there. Let's just have a quick look. See if there's anything there. Nothing in there of any note. But it has changed the file format encoding. And there's that change that it made to fix the build error, so the system. There's a few more changes in here. It's made. You can see the runtime version change there. Time changes, we'll just try and do a build now and run it. I've had this a few times. So yeah, we must install .NET to run this application. I wonder if it's because I've only got the 64-bit version of the SDK installed. Let's try and change the solution to that platform. So again, that weird error message, but if we try to run it again, get a runtime error. So we can copy that and ask Copilot to fix it. So it's gone away and fixed it. Same error, so it fixed it in the Padang control but not in the main page. So let's just I'll just run it again to get the error message. It's interesting that if we ask it to use Analyze with Copilot, it won't use the same window. Hence why I'm copying the errors. So it wouldn't use agent mode for some reason when I was trying it earlier. So we'll just get it to fix that as part of the upgrade process. So same error fix for the error. So let's that again. So there we go. So the application's running, but try to. So there's some key presses that I'm trying to do that can't really. So I'll get it. Try to fix that. So yeah, so another incompatibility, but a runtime one this time rather than build time. So suggesting some changes to make. These don't really seem like the right changes. And when I was building it earlier, it didn't seem like it was going to fix the problem. So we'll just kind of humour it a little bit. So I'll just get that to apply it. It's only really applied it to one. One file, so we'll get it to apply it to the other file. Let's see if that works. No, that's not working still. So we'll see what other suggestions it has. It's quite interesting, this. Obviously it's the same kind of problems that we get post migration of any application, really, and it seems to think it's a tab order. I'm not convinced. I think it's something to do with the actual key event handlers themselves, but let's see whether it can apply those changes. So try again. I don't think this is going to work. No, it's not working. So I'll abandon that. See whether. No, definitely not working. So I'll try this again. That's not working either. Let's see what else it can come up with. Okay, so now it thinks we need to do something with the XAML. Okay, let's see what else it comes up with. So, whoa, what the hell's it doing now? So it now seems to be getting really confused. Making the XAML changes in the code behind. So that's not good. That's not good at all. Especially if we allowing it to commit code changes. It's made some changes to the file, but the code behind. But I don't know what the hell it's done there. Let's just get it to undo everything. So in a previous video it couldn't undo these changes, it couldn't interact with Git, and it's just completely messed us up with 300 errors, but it's managing to undo those files and interact with Git okay. So let's just check, yeah, so that builds and still doesn't work, so let's try seeing whether we can get it to compare to another version. So I used Copilot Workspace Preview to do an upgrade, that's currently in the master branch, so let's see if we can compare that. This is quite a good little exercise of it comparing different branches of the same code and seeing what it does, and see if it can apply those changes. So it's checking the repo state out. So yeah, again we get this modified file change, so we'll just ignore that because it'll bomb Visual Studio out and reload everything. So we'll just get rid of that. But it knows what the differences are in what we're trying to do. So that's really good. There, so and it knows the fix now. So let's just carry on. It's interesting that it didn't look at other branches in the repository. Just kind of went off what it had been trained on. Oh, we're on the master branch, so it hasn't changed. So let's just get it to change branch. So that's a bit disappointing, really. But again, it's all kind of good stuff, though, isn't it? Really, because it I just ignore that. It's found the fix from another branch of Git code, and no, I'm not having to go digging around in that code. It can compare them. Not that it's complicated. It just, it's that kind of faffing about, really, doing three-way compares and stuff. So what are we doing now? So we're adding we're making quite a few changes, and I seem to remember that with the Copilot Workspace version there was quite a few differences in this kind of code, but again, just going away, doing it all itself. So it's only really changed the main page code behind. So we'll see if that fixes it. So yeah, it's fixed part of it. So it's probably a problem with the actual padan control. Let's tell it that the characters appeared, but it doesn't move. So I'm just using the arrow keys to do the actual keyboard events. So we'll just get it to explicitly look at the changes. So we'll get it to change back. To the master branch. I can't make the changes. It appears master branch does not exist. Well, it does exist because you just changed it. It's probably because you can't check it out. So let's commit the changes, suitable comment. Try again. So I'll just ignore that again. So now it knows, and yep, apply the changes. So what's good about this in comparison to the kind of Copilot Workspace is that obviously I'm able to interact with Visual Studio and Agent Mode and get it to build things locally and run it and test it, which is kind of what you need for a UWP or WinUI application. So just get it to make the changes and commit them again. Obviously with GitHub we can use code spaces, but I'm pretty sure it doesn't work with desktop applications. So, but it's now making the changes there. So. Hopefully we should see what changes it's made. So I'll just run that. And yeah, there we go, fully working character. Just wait a minute, actually just make sure that some of the other functionality is working. So there's kind of timer processes and stuff like that move. So yeah, I can see one of the other characters now appearing. Oh yeah, there we go. Support case is working. So that seems, basic task seems to be working okay. So there we have it. We can see that we've used Visual Studio Agent Mode and the new .NET Upgrade Assistant extension for Visual Studio to upgrade from a UWP Windows 10 application to the latest .NET 10 preview in this case, and kind of fixed some of the post upgrade issues using Agent Mode, and we've successfully run the application and just done a quick smoke test ultimately. So yeah, so that's it for this video. So thanks for watching. Cheers.